Hola a todos. Hi, everyone. Thank you for choosing to join this talk today. Um, I will be talking about the importance of changing the face of cybersecurity. My name is Michelle Winters. I was born and raised in Mexico. I have lived in the US for close to 20 years. And for the past year, I have been working as a customer success manager for a leading cybersecurity company. I am also mom to Luca, a very active toddler. I'm a wife, a sister, a daughter, and overall, I'm a professional multitasker. I have been fortunate enough to work in the IT industry for over a decade. And having transitioned into management, I feel responsible for influencing other leaders to be more flexible when hiring new team members to join their team. It is no secret that there is room for growth when it comes to diversity and equality in IT and in cybersecurity. According to ISACA and to the ISACA Journal, minorities comprise 26% of cybersecurity and only 21% of the overall workforce. Men outnumber women 3-1. Surprise. However, our industry has thousands of roles waiting to be filled, and there is a constant hesitation to hire anything but what we consider the ideal candidate. Well, the reality is that we're setting our own teams back. I hope my story helps everyone feel more comfortable opening the door to potential non-standard cybersecurity team members. And as cliche as it sounds, I came to the United States trying to achieve the American dream. I graduated from the University of Texas, San Antonio around 2005 with a degree in communications. Living in San Antonio back in the early 2000s, we continuously heard that Rackspace was the best place to work. The caveat was that you had to be very technical. You had to have a computer science degree, which I did not have at the time. I did, however, have determination, drive, empathy, like no other. And I just had to find my way into an interview and to be able to show and prove my value. So after many interviews, I was given a break. And finally, the little break I needed came in the way of Mr. Brian Carter, my soon-to-be manager. He saw potential in me that others had just glanced over. He believed in giving opportunities to people that had the right attitude. He told me during the interview that he could teach the tech, but he could not teach attitude. So he coached me as well as many others through the interview process. And amongst many things, he said, be able to explain how email works, how the internet works. And that was a game changer for me. The biggest takeaway here is that instead of following the norm and hiring conventional candidates, Brian focused on the traits he had identified as bringing success to people in IT roles. And as a result, unbeknownst to him, he began to change many people's lives, including mine. And honestly, this is how I got my foot into the IT world. After that, I went ahead and I started at the bottom of the totem pole. I was a frontline engineer. I was fixing emails on their Blackberries, on customers' Blackberries. So if you can remember, those were like iPhones are now, but especially for business, everybody needed a Blackberry. I had never been a tech support person, but within a few months, I was so much better. I could set up Outlook in less than 6 minutes with my eyes closed. I have always been a great communicator, and I've always had a very optimistic drive. My desire to learn more and my overall determination to succeed was what helped me gain an excellent reputation across teams. And before I could count to 10, I became a real engineer working in one of the most fantastic startups. And from the email team, I was able to move to the Linux support team, and I still had 0 technical certifications. Just like Brian gave me my first shot, I was able to get many more opportunities along my career path. Phenomenal people like Craig Denton, Jim Luthulier, Abidari, all are some of the visionaries that looked at the right traits for roles versus technical qualifiers. They each gave me a shot to make it, and boy, did I run with it. What came next was that all of a sudden, despite being the hardest worker, the most positive, determined, people kept just passing me. So I literally started playing a game called the Most Outrageous Promotion Challenge, from 22-year-olds just graduated from private universities coming to be sales VPs, to associate employees getting paid more than I was just because of their gender. I really learned pretty fast that as much as I love this country, it's not a meritocracy. But I really kept at it. And then a young CEO at the time, 26, you heard me right, 26, came into the company I was working for, and within no time, he dissolved it. He also laid us off via Zoom, and I had to put in a pin to the 2 years I had spent being the best at that job. Here I was thinking my promotion was at hand, and out of nowhere, boom, gone. The odds are stacked against me again. I'm the underdog. I honestly remember frantically looking for a job, panicking, trying to get whatever half decent job I could find. It was a very stressful time. If you've never been through it, it's just super stressful. And in that moment of despair, I just had an epiphany, and I just remembered to leverage the network I've been building, particularly at Rackspace. And I reached back to Brian Carter. He had been my mentor, so I pinged him and he gave me the best advice. He literally told me, Michelle, ballers don't get desperate. And I was just so happy that he thought I was a baller. I did not think anyone else saw me that way, especially after all that rejection. But he helped me find the confidence I had lost and I didn't even know I had within me. Finally, the right opportunity aligned and came about, and I met Jean. And I would need a talk entirely dedicated to her, but I'm going to keep it short. She's just a phenomenal woman. And I can tell you that at the time, she had a team that was 95% women, and her vision of customer success aligned exactly with my vision. I wanted to work with her more than I wanted an easy bake oven. And that's like a lot when you're 8 years old in the 80s, 90s. So I was super excited to work for her. And coincidentally, I had my final interview with another company that had flown me to Boston. So I took that as a shot and I asked Jean to meet me. I told her, I'm in town. I really want to meet you. And I met with her. And by the time I left, I had a job offer from her. And I was so excited. I felt like it was like a massive win for the underdog team. So I was just thrilled. And I started my role. I was super happy. And 3 months into my kick-ass new CSM job in cybersecurity, being like a little baddie, I found out that I was pregnant. Yes, this is something that I had always wanted, like my entire life. But I did not expect it to be so soon. And as a female in IT, I was so scared that now I had to take maternity leave. I was super naive. I was worried that the news would make my career be on hold, that I would be benched. So I just asked Jean to talk, and she looked worried, and I had to be really brave, and I just blurted out the words, I'm pregnant and I don't want to disappoint you. I think I even cried. I had always been a career woman, so having covered for many women while they went on leave, I understood what it implied for a team. So I kind of braced myself for impact, and I was like hoping for the worst. But to my surprise, Jean was incredible, so supportive. My company, Cyber Reason, was incredible. And they supported me in such a way that I honestly cannot wait to pay it forward when it comes to one of my team members to become a parent. I was so inspired by their response that honestly, I just turned all my attention into delivering value, and as much of it, before I had to go on leave. So I went ahead and I closed all my renewals early that year. I even had upsells. I put together a plan to all the people that would cover for me on how things, on the status of all my accounts, anything that needed to be pending, escalation paths. And once it was my time to go on leave, I was able to do a full and very efficient transition. And it just made me and my team feel as easy as possible about the entire situation. Once my son was born, Jean even came to see me. She happened to be in town and she stopped by the hospital. And also my friend Juliet came over and She followed in Jean's footsteps, and eventually Juliet became my manager. And I just loved the support that they showed and the overall way that they continue to support my career. And once I became a mother, one of the things that I was mostly shocked about was that my career wasn't benched at all. It was completely opposite. It made me so much more determined, so much more efficient. I learned how to do more in less time because I had no room for error. And Jean and Juliet pushed me to become the leader I had been wanting to become. They positioned me in front of sales. They sent me on critical events. They shared my success stories across the company. And officially, I landed my promotion, and I had been waiting for it for so long. And I couldn't believe it had finally happened. So at last, I became a manager. I have a small team of amazing people. And I just remember having this moment in which I remember when I first started my job at Cybersecurity, our CEO, Lior Div, kept talking about how Cybersecurity was a meritocracy. And to be honest, I really thought that was like BS. I was like, yeah, right, meritocracy. Sure, buddy. But it all came because I had been passed so many times by privileged individuals that I really did stop believing that I would ever get my shot. And he also spoke about the importance of company values. And I was like, very, very incredulous. But he proved me wrong. And I no longer carry that chip around my shoulder. It's gone. And now I'm at a position that I'm given the opportunity to give a chance to newcomers. I arrived. I get to lead a team of remarkable individuals from all walks of life. I get to see them grow and help them choose their path into IT. I truly enjoy motivating them. And that's why I'm here today. I really, really want to motivate others with hiring capabilities, particularly to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, focus on the importance of trades versus certifications. You can support your hires later. You can get them certified once they're in. Believe me, if you have the right people on your team, they're going to want to get the certifications. So as I share my story today, I want you to, I want to take a moment to thank the fantastic group of women that encouraged me to share my story, like Miss Lodrina Chen. Life is such a lottery of luck. Honestly, being born in the incorrect side of a border can set you back generations. So I'm so grateful to all the people that chose to help me and to develop my skills. I am so, so proud to share that every day I execute and close $1 million renewals, that I can train people on these methods. I know how to diffuse technical escalations and train people on how to do so. I am truly an expert in customer success, and the return on investment I have brought to other companies as a single contributor and now as a team lead is massive. I can say this with confidence because I know I earned it. So I truly, truly hope that my story resonates with you as you make your next hiring decision, because I am just one of many. And I know that they're out there looking for that chance for someone to believe in them. Honestly, the IT and cybersecurity sector needs to evolve. It is time to disrupt the old way of thinking and fostering our talent. Our responsibility is to hold the door open to show others there is a path for success, and it's here for them. Do not be afraid to hire people different than you. What you can gain by taking a chance will make an impact not only to the current people in the industry, but is going to revolutionize future generations. I encourage you, challenge your directors, your HR team, partner with organizations. Feel free to add me on Twitter or LinkedIn. Do not be afraid to be heard. Ask questions. But overall, please, let's change the face of cybersecurity. Thank you so much. Gracias. I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you.